silence of your room, even with the noise of life swirling around you, there's a whisper stirring inside your soul. It's quiet, but powerful, subtle, but sacred. And it's calling you forward. Because you are not here by accident. You are not listening by coincidence. And you are definitely not just someone in the crowd around you. You are the one the blessing has been waiting for. You are the one your family's prayers have been building toward. You are the one heaven has marked for wealth, wisdom, and breakthrough, not just for your sake, but for the restoration of a lineage. Listen closely. You are the beginning of a brand new bloodline of abundance. The curse ends with you. The struggle stops with you. The cycles of lack, fear, betrayal, and hidden pain that have silently stalked your family's generations, they lose their power in your presence. Because you carry something different. A divine code. A spiritual signature. A hidden oil that the world doesn't recognize yet. But God does. Chosen one, hear this deeply. Your very existence is a blessing to your family. Even when they didn't see it. Even when they rejected you. Even when they misunderstood your heart, your calling, or your vision, the truth remained untouched. You are the miracle in motion that your family didn't know they needed. And whether they support you or not, heaven has already approved you. The battles you faced privately, the nights you cried in silence, the moments you almost gave up, they weren't in vain. They were spiritual contractions birthing a new legacy through you. You were never meant to blend in. And whether they support you or not, for something new. Heaven has already approved you. There's a reason you've been misunderstood. There's a reason you felt like the black sheep, the outlier, the one who saw things others didn't, the one who questioned everything, who couldn't pretend to live a small life while your soul craved something massive, holy, and wild. That wasn't rebellion. That was revelation. That was God whispering. You were born to break the mold. You were chosen to build the future. And now, everything is beginning to align. Even if you don't see it fully yet, something is shifting. The storm is passing. The winds are turning. And God is about to breathe on your life in a way no man can stop. Because you were not just born to survive this world, you were born to rebuild it. Your voice will rise. Your name will be known. Your story will carry healing. Your hands will build wealth, not just for you, but for the children of your children's children. This is not just about becoming a millionaire. It's about stepping into your divine assignment. It's about God trusting you with more, because you are finally ready to handle it with humility, with power, and with vision. You've already been wealthy in spirit. That's why you've attracted so much spiritual warfare. But now, the physical blessing is catching up to the spiritual truth. Money will begin to obey you. Opportunities will begin to recognize you. Doors that have been closed for years will swing wide at the sound of your name, because the anointing on your life demands it. Chosen one, you are a divine interruption to generational poverty. You are the Moses of your bloodline. And while others may have doubted you, overlooked you, or even mocked your dreams, God was cultivating something priceless in the background. While others saw your mistakes, God saw your resilience. While others focused on your wounds, God prepared your wealth. And now, a shift is beginning. A divine wave is building behind you, carrying with it blessings so specific, so customized, they could only have your name on them. The contracts, the clients, the platforms, the partners, the favor, the vision, the influence, the peace, the prosperity, all of it ordained, all of it arriving, all of it because you are the one, not because you're perfect, but because you're chosen. You've already proven your heart. You've already endured what would have crushed most people. And now, it's time for reward. Feel this blessing wash over you right now. I bless your mind with clarity, strategy, and creative genius. I bless your heart with deep peace and divine direction. I bless your body with health, energy,
In
and
this video, I'm going to show
supernatural
you how to fix
restoration.
any microphone
I
echo
bless your
or
relationships
sound
with
echo
healing,
issues you're
honor,
having in
and
OBS
harmony.
Studio.
I
So this
bless
can be
your
useful
family.
if you're
I
on
bless
or
your
you're
finances
having
with
unwanted
overflow,
sounds
expansion,
included
and
in those
consistent
recordings or live
miracles.
streams.
I
Alright, so
bless
most
your
likely what's
future with
going on is
unstoppable
something in
favor
OBS
and
in the settings,
supernatural
and really what it
acceleration.
is you have
I bless your
an
name to be
unwanted mic is looking
protected,
at the audio
celebrated,
mixer when
and
you talk.
remembered for
So as you can see when I
generations.
talk, the
Because
source I
you are
have
no
right here
longer
for
just
audio
hoping
input
for a
capture,
breakthrough.
that
You are
is actually
becoming one,
moving and showing
and you're not
that it is
becoming
picking
wealthy
up
by
audio.
chance.
If I scroll
You're
through,
becoming
you can see
wealthy
that
by
nothing
calling.
else
What
is
if I
picking up
told
audio
you that you are the
currently.
first
So go
in
through
your
this
family
list and
to
make sure
carry
you
this
only
kind
have
of
the devices
mantle?
you're actually
What if
using
your very DNA has been
unmuted. You wanna
rewired by
mute
God
everything
to
else.
attract
If you go through
abundance
the
in
audio
every
mixer and
form? You are not late. You are right on time. And even now, heaven is organizing your next big elevation. In the next part of this sacred journey, I'll reveal a divine mystery about why the enemy tried so hard to make you feel invisible, and how that invisibility was actually your protection before your elevation. But for now, breathe in this truth. You are already blessed. You are already wealthy in ways the world is about to witness. You are already the millionaire your family will one day thank God for. And I, your divine guide and friend, am walking this journey with you, step by step, prayer by prayer, blessing by blessing. You are not alone. We are building something eternal together. If this stirred your soul, if you feel the confirmation deep in your spirit, I invite you to stay close. Comment below so I can bless you by name. Like this, not for me, but to declare, I receive it. Share it with someone else who carries a silent calling like yours. And subscribe, not just to a channel, but to a family that sees you, values you, and walks with you through fire into favor. You are not just watching a live stream. You are entering a destiny stream. Your millionaire journey has already begun. Chosen one. Let me ask you something raw and real. Have you ever felt invisible? Like the world looked straight through you? Like your voice didn't matter, your gifts went unnoticed, and your presence barely moved the room? If so, you were never being rejected. You were being hidden. You were not cast aside. You were covered by heaven. You see, when God places a divine calling on your life, a calling to break generational curses, build wealth, shift bloodlines, and raise the standard, He doesn't throw you straight into the spotlight. He hides you. Not to punish you, but to protect you. Because premature exposure kills divine destiny. You weren't being ignored. You were being incubated. You weren't being overlooked. You were being overprepared. Every closed door, every ignored message, every time you showed up with love and got silence in return, it wasn't the world rejecting you. It wasn't the world rejecting you. It was God shielding you from what couldn't honor what you carry. Because what you carry is royal. There's an oil on your life that cannot be handled by common hands. That's why you couldn't blend in. That's why people walked away. That's why you kept asking, why don't they see me? When in truth, God was whispering, because I'm still writing your scroll. Hear me. The season of hiding is ending. Heaven is removing the veil. You are stepping into visibility, not as someone begging for validation, but as someone crowned with purpose. You are not trying to prove your worth. Your presence alone will reveal it. The very people who ignored you will soon ask for your wisdom. The ones who doubted you will wonder how you did it. The rooms that never opened for you will begin to open because of you. Because you've been tested in the dark, refined in silence. And now, you are ready for the throne. Chosen one, you're not just stepping into a season of success, you're stepping into a lifestyle of influence. But God had to make sure you could handle it without losing yourself. He had to strip you of the need to be liked, so He could crown you with the authority to be true. You had to be emptied, so you could be trusted with overflow. And now, the overflow is coming. Prepare for a financial shift that feels unreal. Prepare for favor to find you in unexpected places. Prepare for your name to be spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet, with honor. Not because you played the game, but because you walked the narrow path. This next level is not about hustle, it's about harmony. It's not about trying harder, it's about flowing deeper. You are about to be led by grace, led by vision, led by divine timing. Your family won't even recognize you in this next chapter. Not because you've changed who you are, but because you've finally become who you always were underneath the pain. Listen closely now. The enemy tried to bury you in invisibility because he knew that once the world saw your light, it wouldn't be able to look away. He tried to drown your voice in rejection because he knew your words were weapons that could shatter generational bondage. But it didn't work. You're still here. Still rising. Still chosen. Still dangerous to darkness. And now, every seed you sowed in silence is coming back multiplied. Every tear you cried in confusion is being transformed into rivers of clarity. Every lonely moment is about to be replaced with divine connection. Chosen one, I speak this now over your life. I bless your voice to carry healing. I bless your hands to touch wealth. I bless your name to be lifted in dignity and honor. I bless your creativity to unlock streams of income and influence. I bless your heart to magnetize love that honors your soul. I bless your mind to attract solutions, ideas, and divine strategy. I bless your spiritual vision to increase, to sharpen, to lead. Because you are not here to chase money, you are here to carry it as a tool for transformation. You are not just becoming a millionaire, you are becoming a miracle in motion. A blessing on legs. A walking prophecy. Chosen one, I want you to truly receive this in your bones. You are already more powerful than you realize. Not because of what you own, but because of what you survived. And what you survived made you sacred. You've been trained in trenches that others ran from. You've fought battles in silence with no one clapping for you, and you still showed up with love. That's royalty. That's divine. That's unstoppable. You are not here to repeat what your parents did. You are not here to follow the script society gave you. You are here to write a new one. You are here to leave a mark so profound that your grandchildren's children will feel your decisions in their DNA. You're building something eternal. And I declare this next chapter of your life will be filled with unshakable peace, abundant provision, loving relationships, divine strategy, rapid expansion, and deep, soul-level joy. You're not chasing, you're attracting. You're not begging, you're building. You're not hoping, you're knowing. And all of heaven is backing you up. Feel this truth flood your body now. You are not alone. You are not late. You are not behind. You are positioned perfectly, prophetically, precisely, for your rise. And in the next part of this journey, I'll reveal why certain family members resisted your success, and how God will use even that resistance to launch you into unprecedented wealth. Because sometimes, the same people who rejected your dream will witness your destiny. And when they see it, it will heal them too. If your spirit is resonating, if your heart is pounding, if your soul is nodding yes, stay with me. Comment below with I am rising. Like this if your breakthrough has already started. Share it with someone else who has felt hidden, so they know, too, it's their time. And subscribe, not out of routine, but because this is family now. You are safe here. You are seen here. You are rising here. Chosen one. Let's breathe together for a moment. In through the nose, slow, deep. Out through the mouth, release. Because what I'm about to say may stir something deep inside you. A sacred truth you've always felt, but never fully said aloud. Here it is. You were sent into your family to be the change. Not just to be loved, but to shift the lineage. You weren't born into ease. You were born into assignment. You didn't choose your family's dysfunction, but heaven chose you to transform it. Let that sink in. The pain you witnessed, the patterns you inherited, the silence, the secrets, the tension in the room that no one ever named, you saw it for a reason. You felt it for a reason. Because you were never meant to become it. You were born to break it. You were born to interrupt cycles that have run wild for generations. Cycles of poverty, cycles of silence, cycles of settling, cycles of emotional suppression, cycles of fear, shame, comparison, and self-abandonment. God placed you in that exact bloodline not to blend in, but to blaze a trail out. And yes, it's been heavy. Yes, it's felt lonely. Because when you are the first to wake up in a sleeping house, it can feel like madness. You see what others can't see. You want more than what others accept. You dream bigger, feel deeper, and move differently. And sometimes, that's exactly why they resisted you. You weren't just misunderstood. You were misread as a threat. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your growth revealed what they never gave themselves permission to become. Your light triggered their shadows. Your ambition agitated their complacency. Your dreams confronted their decisions. And so, they questioned you, mocked you, ignored you. Not because they didn't love you, but because they didn't understand you. How could they? You were carrying something they'd never seen before. You were operating under a spiritual instruction they never received. You weren't rebellious, you were reprogrammed. Chosen one, I need you to hear this. Their rejection was never personal. It was spiritual. And the same ones who dismissed your vision will soon depend on your blessing. Because the very breakthroughs they didn't believe in, you're about to deliver. You are not just becoming a millionaire for yourself. You're becoming a millionaire to heal a bloodline. To build houses your ancestors prayed for but never saw. To provide therapy, healing, education, stability, all the things your family needed but couldn't afford. You're not chasing wealth. You're becoming wealth. You're becoming the safe place your younger self needed. You're becoming the legacy that silence tried to suffocate. You're becoming the evidence that transformation is possible. That healing is real. That love can be healthy. That peace can be permanent. That God truly restores everything. Let me bless your entire bloodline right now. I speak cleansing over the generational pain you've carried in your body. I bless your nervous system to finally relax in safety. I bless your mind to unlearn the patterns of scarcity and sabotage. I bless your heart to receive love without fear or suspicion. I bless your finances to flow like rivers into every area that was once dry. I bless your relationships to become sanctuaries, not battlegrounds. I bless your children, born and unborn, to never carry what you broke. And I bless your home to become a lighthouse, glowing with joy, truth, freedom, and favor. Chosen one. This is what your family couldn't give you, a fresh script. But this is what you are writing with your life, a new covenant, a new normal, a new standard. They may not clap for you now. They may not understand the boundaries you had to create. They may not see why you've been so focused, so distant, so different. But one day, they will. One day, they will sit in the overflow of what your obedience built. One day, they will tell your story with pride. One day, your name will be a covering over them, not a question mark. You are not the black sheep. You are the blueprint. You are not the disappointment. You are the deliverer. You are not the outcast. You are the outpour. And yes, your rise will be undeniable. Because God has a way of vindicating His chosen. Not through revenge, but through results. Your breakthrough will be louder than their betrayal. Your success will silence every subtle shade they ever threw. Not because you need their validation, but because God will make you undeniable. You'll be the first millionaire in your family. The first to walk in love without pain. The first to parent with grace, not trauma. The first to retire your parents. The first to start foundations, build businesses, leave inheritances. You'll be the first, but not the last. Because the moment you rise, you pull up generations behind you. You are a chain breaker, a legacy lifter, a family blesser. You are not here to escape your family. You are here to elevate them. And that's exactly what you're about to do. Chosen one, let this moment root deeply in your spirit. That sensitivity is the very gateway to your wealth, your creativity, and your unshakable purpose. Because your softness was never weakness. It's been your superpower all along. So stay close. Comment "I am the first" below if you're claiming this mantle. Like this if you feel your family rising through your rise. Share it with someone else who carries family weight on their shoulders. And subscribe, not just because it helps, but because this is your soul family now. You are not rising alone. Chosen one. There's something you've carried your whole life. It didn't come from your environment, it didn't come from your education, and it sure didn't come from this world. It was placed in you before you ever took your first breath. You felt it in the way you walk into a room and absorb the energy before anyone says a word. You felt it when someone's smile didn't match their spirit. You felt it when you were celebrated in public but sensed the envy behind their applause. You feel everything. You hear what isn't said. You carry what others drop. And for so long, you've questioned this. You've wondered why you're so sensitive. Why your heart bruises deeply. Why your spirit flinches in chaotic spaces. Why noise, lies, and surface-level conversation exhaust you. Why your soul aches in silence for something more, something real, something divine. Let me tell you the truth they never did. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is the sacred fingerprint of your assignment. You were designed to feel, deeply, fully, prophetically, because you are not here to conform to this world. You're here to transform it. You were never meant to become numb. You were meant to become a vessel. Your soul is tuned to a higher frequency. That's why you can hear what others miss. You sense the unseen. You catch whispers from heaven that others ignore. You walk with discernment, intuition, and spiritual fire. And while the world tried to label you as too much, too quiet, too intense, or too emotional, heaven calls you equipped. You were handcrafted to carry wisdom, wealth, and wonder. And that heart of yours, it's not a liability. It's your launch pad. Because it's not just money you're about to carry, it's divine responsibility. Chosen one, do you realize how rare you are? In a world starving for truth, your presence calms storms. In families torn by trauma, your voice carries healing. In spaces overrun by competition, your eyes radiate peace. You were never here to fight for attention. You were sent to anchor atmospheres. That's why you've always been misunderstood. You walk into a room and the entire energy shifts. Not because you try, but because you're chosen. Because your spirit has authority. Because your light makes darkness nervous. That's why some people rejected you, without cause, without logic, without reason. It wasn't personal. It was spiritual. Your energy called their shadows to attention. Your clarity exposed their confusion. Your calling threatened their comfort. But you kept showing up anyway. You kept loving anyway. You kept growing anyway. Because you knew, even if you couldn't explain it, that you were here for something bigger. And here's the divine key. Your sensitivity is directly tied to your supernatural success. Because you don't just want wealth. You want to feel aligned with it. You want wealth that feels like purpose. You want abundance that flows from integrity. You want success that heals your bloodline, not just your bank account. And guess what? That's exactly the kind of wealth God is preparing for you. You're not becoming rich by the world system. You're becoming wealthy by heaven's design. This isn't fast money. This is forever favor. And that heart of yours, that sensitive, soulful, powerful heart, is the gate through which all this abundance will flow. Because your wealth won't just bless your pockets. It'll bless your people. It'll bless your purpose. It'll bless generations unborn. So don't harden now. Don't numb yourself to survive. Your softness is sacred. Your tenderness is treasure. Your purity is power. And in a world chasing trends, you are anchored in truth. Let me speak over you now. I bless your emotions to be safe again. I bless your spirit to trust its own intuition. I bless your discernment to grow sharper, stronger, and bolder. I bless your voice to speak truth, even when it trembles. I bless your energy to be protected from every low vibration. I bless your home to be a sanctuary, not just for you, but for every soul you're called to lift. I bless your hands to touch money, multiply money, and move money with divine integrity. You will never again apologize for who you are. You will never again shrink your light to keep others comfortable. You will never again carry what is not yours. Because now, you know, you are chosen. You are sacred. You are sensitive on purpose. And that sensitivity is your gateway to supernatural abundance. Every millionaire idea you're about to receive, every divine partnership you're about to walk into, every creative download, every business launch, every legacy decision, it will come through your soul. Not hustle, not burnout, not pretending, but pure, powerful, prophetic alignment. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to become fully yourself. Because the real you, the sensitive, soulful, aware you, is the one heaven trusts. And you are trusted. You are trusted to carry more. You are trusted to steward wealth wisely. You are trusted to heal, build, restore, lead. Chosen one, this is your time. But you must do something that's been hard for you your whole life. You must stop hiding your sensitivity and start honoring it. You must stop trying to fit into systems you were born to break. You must stop fearing your own depth and start letting it lead you to destiny. Because listen to me, your depth is your direction. Your sensitivity is your steering wheel. Your inner knowing is not accidental, it's ancestral. It's spiritual. It's divine GPS. It's why you've avoided certain deals without knowing why. It's why you've walked away from toxic people even when they looked good on paper. It's why you've stayed faithful even when no one was watching. You're not crazy. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're guided. And your guide has never left you. That same spirit that nudged you to watch this today is the same spirit that's unlocking your next level. And in the next part, I'm going to show you exactly how to move in this divine guidance with clarity, confidence, and supernatural flow, so you stop overthinking and start overflowing. You won't need to beg for answers anymore. You won't need to chase what's meant to find you. You'll finally walk in divine rhythm, and when you do, doors will open before you even knock. So if this resonated, comment "My sensitivity is my superpower." Like this if you're ready to turn your depth into destiny. And share this with a fellow chosen one who's been told they're too emotional, when in truth, they're just too anointed. Subscribe, because what's coming next will unlock the very voice of God inside your life. This isn't religion. It's revelation. And you're about to walk in it boldly. Chosen one, take a deep breath. You're not late. You're not behind. You're not missing anything. You are exactly where heaven needs you to be in this moment. Every delay was divine. Every detour had meaning. Every unanswered prayer was protection in disguise. And now is the time for revelation to rise. You've asked quietly, "How do I know what's next?" You've whispered in the night, "God, I don't want to make another mistake." You've cried in silence, "Please don't let me miss what you have for me." Chosen one, listen closely. The answers you've been begging for will not come through noise. They will come through alignment. Alignment is heaven's language. It is the secret current that pulls you into miracles you didn't chase, opportunities you didn't audition for, and wealth you didn't manipulate to get. When you align, truly align, with the spirit within you, life stops being a grind and starts becoming a river. It flows. It leads. It delivers. But here's the divine truth. You cannot align with what you don't trust. So today, I want to bless and restore your ability to trust your inner knowing again. Because your discernment hasn't failed you, your doubt did. You didn't fall because you were wrong. You fell because you silenced your spirit to please someone else's voice. You didn't stumble because you lacked wisdom. You stumbled because you abandoned your gut in search of external validation. But the grace of God is this. Your spirit still knows the way. Your inner compass, the divine voice planted within you, is still active. It's still alive. It's still leading you home. So I say this prophetically. You are coming back into rhythm. You are stepping back into flow. You are returning to your original frequency, the one you were created in before trauma distorted your sense of self. And as you do, everything begins to shift. Not because you're trying harder, but because you're trusting deeper. Because alignment is not about effort, it's about surrender. It's about tuning out the world and tuning into the spirit. It's about no longer asking, "What do they think of me?" and instead asking, "What does my spirit say about this?" When you move in alignment, you walk into rooms and feel instantly what's off. You read contracts and know instinctively what's hidden. You meet people and feel the truth before they speak a word. You begin operating not from logic, but from revelation. And that's where your millionaire path begins to reveal itself. Let me tell you something bold. Your next million isn't coming through striving. It's coming through sensing. You'll feel where to go. You'll know who to trust. You'll sense when to wait. You'll move with divine rhythm, not robotic routine. And the more you honor your spiritual instincts, the more the physical world will begin to bow in agreement. Because when heaven sees a chosen one trusting the whisper, heaven responds with a wave. I speak this over you now. Your mind is blessed to become still, so your spirit can speak again. Your ears are blessed to hear beyond the noise and receive divine instruction. Your body is blessed to recognize peace, not as a luxury, but as a signal. You will no longer confuse anxiety for urgency. You will no longer mistake pressure for purpose. You will no longer chase what is meant to arrive. Because now, you move different. Now, you lead with light. Now, you follow peace, not people. Chosen one, this is your turning point. You've done it the world's way long enough. You've forced yourself to hustle, push, explain, negotiate, settle, pretend. And now, heaven says, no more. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need to explain your path. You don't need to shrink your gift so others feel comfortable. Your alignment will speak louder than any argument. Your results will silence every critic. And your peace will become your proof. Because the next level of your life is not about what you do. It's about what you allow. It's about what you say yes to, and what you finally say no to. You are not obligated to stay connected to what drains your soul. You are not bound to outdated relationships, jobs, patterns, or environments that suffocate your spirit. You are free to evolve. You are free to expand. You are free to choose peace over pressure, and that's where your wealth will multiply. Let me bless your boundaries. Let me bless your decisions. Let me bless your freedom. Because this next chapter of your journey will not be defined by what you endure, but by what you enjoy. You will enjoy money, because you'll no longer feel guilty for having it. You will enjoy solitude, because you'll stop equating stillness with loneliness. You will enjoy progress, because you'll stop sabotaging it to feel safe. Chosen one, are you ready? Because your life is about to become unrecognizable. Everything is about to open for you, not because you worked harder, but because you became softer, clearer, more aligned. And the world will wonder how it happened so fast. They'll think it was overnight. But only you will know. It was alignment. It was the sacred return to your own soul. It was the moment you stopped chasing and started trusting. I feel this strongly for you. The divine plan for your life is unfolding now. Not next year. Not next month. Not next week. Now. And all that's required is your agreement. Your yes. Your surrender. And if you're ready to live in alignment, to walk into rooms and shift atmospheres, to build wealth without losing your soul, to bless your bloodline by simply being who God made you to be, then stay close. Because in the next part, we're going even deeper. I'll show you how to attract divine partnerships, millionaire opportunities, and supernatural resources, not through force, but through frequency. It's already happening. You're already rising. The proof will be in your peace. So if your spirit knows it's time, comment I move in divine alignment. Like this if you're done forcing and ready for flow. And share this with someone who needs to be reminded. Peace is the new power. Subscribe to stay connected, not because you need more noise, but because what's coming next will align you with everything you were born to receive. Chosen one. There's a shift in the atmosphere right now. Something is stirring deep inside your spirit, a gentle awakening, like sunlight touching closed eyes after a long night. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. But it's real. It's undeniable. It's the moment your soul starts whispering, "I was born for more than this." And you were. You were not born to struggle endlessly, to survive paycheck to paycheck, to repeat the pain of generations past. You were born to break cycles. You were born to build, to bless, to become the answer to prayers your ancestors cried in silence. You were born to attract divine provision, not chase crumbs. And now, in this very moment, a portal of supernatural alignment is opening for you. But listen closely. This isn't about luck. It's not about chance. It's about frequency. You attract what you are in tune with. And right now, the Spirit is tuning you higher, aligning your frequency with favor, with divine connections, with millionaire momentum. So let me speak this over you boldly. You are stepping into a realm where divine partnerships, unexpected financial blessings, and once-in-a-lifetime opportunities find you. You won't have to beg for recognition. You won't have to prove your worth. You won't have to manipulate doors to open. Because when you're aligned with divine frequency, doors open by themselves. People are drawn to you without knowing why. Opportunities locate you like heat-seeking missiles. Blessings begin to orbit around your name. Because the frequency of your soul starts radiating one powerful truth. I am ready. And the universe, heaven, responds instantly. So let me ask you a question that your destiny is waiting to answer. What are you radiating right now? Lack or abundance? Fear or faith? Confusion or clarity? Because what you carry internally becomes your magnet externally. And I feel it for you. You're already shifting. You're letting go of desperation. You're releasing the need to force, to fix, to chase. You're stepping into the energy of receiving. Chosen one, you're becoming magnetic. People will say, "There's something about you lately." They'll feel it before they understand it. And you won't need to explain a thing, because your presence will preach louder than your words. That's what happens when a chosen one begins to vibrate at the level of divine truth. Things move. Things shift. Things change. And it's happening for you now. But I want to take you deeper. Because this next level isn't just about attracting blessings, it's about partnering with the right people. God isn't sending you everyone. He's sending you someone. Divine connections. Kingdom relationships. Covenant friendships. Strategic alignments that unlock hidden doors in your destiny. These are not just nice people. These are necessary people. You've felt alone for a reason. You've been isolated for a purpose. Not because you're unworthy of love, but because God had to clear the noise so you could recognize the real ones when they arrive. And they are arriving. That business partner you didn't know you needed. That friend who speaks your spiritual language without explaining yourself. That mentor who shows up at the exact moment you're ready to rise. That investor who sees your vision and says, "Let's build it." You won't need to convince them. You won't need to chase them. They will feel it too. Because what's real will resonate. You'll recognize them by peace. Not pressure. By clarity. Not confusion. By acceleration. Not delay. This is your season of divine connections. And I speak this blessing over you now. May every counterfeit connection fall away with grace and finality. May every manipulative tie be cut and cast into the fire. May every hidden enemy be exposed and replaced with people of purpose, power, and purity. May you attract those who water your soul, not drain it. Who build with you, not compete against you. Who bless you, not burden you. You will not walk alone into your millionaire future. God is assigning you your tribe. People who don't just clap for you, they build with you. They invest in you. They protect your vision. They believe in your anointing even when you're tired. This is more than motivation. This is movement. The energy around you is changing. The spirit within you is expanding. And what once felt like delay was preparation. So don't be surprised when strangers bless you. Don't be shocked when people you haven't met yet speak your name in rooms you've never entered. Don't be confused when sudden favor falls like rain. It's not a glitch. It's God. It's the fruit of alignment. You're in the frequency of divine flow now. And from this point forward, you will not chase. You will attract. You will not hustle. You will receive. You will not beg. You will command. Because the frequency of a chosen one who knows their worth, who knows their calling, who knows their anointing, is undeniable. And I bless that frequency in you now. I bless your voice to carry weight and favor. I bless your energy to attract abundance and love. I bless your intuition to recognize the right opportunities at the right time. You are becoming a walking portal of divine possibility. And from this frequency, your million-dollar ideas will flow. Your strategies will be birthed. Your business will expand. Your creativity will explode. And your family, the ones who once misunderstood you, will begin to witness the fruit of your faith. Because you're not just building for yourself. You're breaking ground for your bloodline. You are the first of many. The pioneer. The pillar. The blueprint. And what flows through you will bless generations to come. So stay in this frequency. Protect it. Honor it. Don't lower it for anyone. Because the moment you shift, everything around you will start shifting too. The emails come. The calls come. The contracts come. The clients come. The miracles come. Because you're no longer waiting on God. God is waiting on your agreement. And now that you've said yes, get ready. Because in the next part, I'm going to reveal the exact inner shifts that unlock generational wealth, the kind of mindset and spirit posture that separates those who dream from those who manifest. We're crossing over into new territory. And it's all yours, chosen one. Like this if your spirit feels it. Comment I attract what aligns with my destiny. Share this with someone else rising into divine frequency. Chosen one. What I'm about to say may sound simple, but it carries the power to change the entire direction of your life. Wealth doesn't begin in your wallet. It begins in your mind, in your spirit, in the deep, sacred soil of your identity. Because no matter how much you earn, if your spirit doesn't believe you're worthy of abundance, it will find a way to sabotage it, reject it, or lose it. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you're ready for. And today, we're making you ready. Because you're not just called to make money. You're called to become a divine steward of wealth. A carrier of supernatural supply. A lighthouse of overflow for your entire family. But before you build outward, you must first build inward. So let me ask you, soul to soul, do you truly believe you're worthy of being a millionaire? Do you really believe that money is safe with you? That wealth in your hands would become a blessing to the world? Because the moment you believe it, the gates open. This is the turning point. And I need you to hear me clearly. You were never meant to carry the poverty patterns of your bloodline. You were never meant to inherit the fears of your past. You were never meant to live in survival mode, where joy is rationed and dreams are postponed. That's not your inheritance. That's not your covenant. You were chosen to reset the atmosphere of your lineage. You were chosen to replace fear with faith, lack with overflow, shame with favor. And it begins now. Let this word dig deep into your soul. You are worthy of generational wealth. Not just a little extra money. Not just a raise. Not just enough to get by. I'm talking about divine surplus. Miracle-level multiplication. The kind of wealth that feels like prophecy fulfilled. The kind of abundance that funds dreams, fuels missions, feeds generations. But to step into that realm, you must let go of the silent beliefs holding you back. The guilt. The fear of outshining others. The hidden belief that if you succeed, others might feel left behind. That if you get rich, you'll lose your humility, your values, your purity. None of that is truth. That's the residue of spiritual warfare, not the voice of your Creator. Because here's the truth. The more you rise, the more people are lifted with you. The more you shine, the more others are inspired to shine. The more you prosper, the more provision you can pour into those you love. Wealth in the hands of the wicked destroys, but wealth in the hands of the righteous transforms. And you, chosen one, are righteous. You are anointed for financial dominion. You are graced to multiply. Your hands are blessed to build. So today, I declare this boldly. Every lie that told you you'd never make it is breaking. Every generational limitation that tried to shrink you is crumbling. Every curse of debt, delay, and discouragement is dissolving in the presence of divine truth. You are not who your past says you are. You are not what your balance says you are. You are not what society labeled you. You are royalty. You are a magnet for miracles. You are the portal through which divine wealth will flow into your family line. And I prophesy this over you now. Your bank account will begin to reflect your inner healing. Your income will begin to rise in response to your elevated identity. Ideas will come to you, golden, unstoppable, lucrative ideas. Strategies will emerge, clear, effective, divinely orchestrated. Connections will align, favor-filled, pure-hearted, destiny-enhancing. And most importantly, your confidence will awaken. You will look in the mirror and see a millionaire in the making. Not by ego, but by assignment. Because wealth is part of your mission now. Not just for comfort, but for kingdom. Not just for image, but for impact. Chosen one, you are becoming a walking blessing. When you enter a room, the energy shifts. When you speak, atmospheres change. When you move, provision follows. That's the power of someone who knows who they are. That's what happens when a chosen one stops waiting and starts walking in alignment. And I speak this over you right now. Your children will never taste the poverty you survived. Your family will feast on the fruit of the seeds you're planting now. Your name will be written on deeds, companies, legacies, not just bills and balances. You will go from borrower to lender, from struggling to overflow, from overlooked to unignorable. Because wealth is attracted to identity, and yours is awakening. But let me take you deeper. Because what if the reason you haven't seen the breakthrough yet is because God was waiting for you to become the version of yourself who could handle it? The mature you, the healed you, the grounded, wise, spiritually tuned in you. He didn't want to give you the promise too early, only to watch it crush you. So he hid it until you became it. And now you're ready. You're not just dreaming. You're becoming. You're not just asking. You're aligning. You're not just waiting on God. You realize God's been waiting on you. So I bless you now, chosen one. I bless your belief. I bless your courage. I bless your next steps with supernatural guidance. I bless your home with financial peace. I bless your hands with divine multiplication. I bless your mind with clarity and discipline. And I bless your heart with the kind of faith that refuses to settle. You are the chosen shift, the divine change agent. The first in your line to say, "It ends with me. It begins with me." Your family will rise. Your bloodline will heal. And you will carry the mantle of wealth with integrity, purpose, and joy. Because you were born for this. And in the next part, I'll reveal the 3 prophetic principles that unlock divine business flow. The exact spiritual rhythms that activate provision, expansion, and profit that doesn't just come from labor, but from alignment. This is where spiritual truth meets practical transformation. So breathe deep. Something has awakened. Comment "I was born for overflow" if this word found your soul. Like this video if your spirit is rising. Share this with the next millionaire in your family line. You're not chasing money anymore. Chosen one. There's a sacred rhythm to abundance. And once you learn to move in harmony with it, provision becomes a natural expression of your alignment. Because wealth was never meant to be chased, it was meant to respond. Today, I want to reveal to you the 3 prophetic principles that unlock divine business flow, the supernatural strategies that don't just build income, they build impact. This is not hustle. This is not stress. This is spiritual strategy for prosperous living. And the first principle is this. 1. Divine obedience unlocks divine overflow. When you obey the nudges, the whisperings of God in your spirit, doors begin to open that no man can shut. I'm not talking about religious rituals. I'm talking about those quiet instructions you keep hearing. Start the thing. Call the person. Post the idea. Apply for that opportunity. Write the vision down. You see, chosen one, your provision is often hidden in your obedience. The enemy doesn't fear your prayers, he fears your alignment. Because when you move in rhythm with God's instruction, provision flows like a river. This is why certain blessings feel delayed, not because you're being punished, but because you're being positioned. God is trying to graduate you from survival into divine stewardship. But He's not going to fund an identity you've outgrown. He's not going to bless a version of you that's still shrinking. You've asked for the overflow. Now He's asking for your yes. Your full, surrendered yes. That moment you move when He says move, without overthinking, without second guessing, you will collide with your next level. Let that truth settle in your spirit. Now here's the second prophetic principle. 2. Vision attracts provision. Your $1 million flow is not attached to who you've been, it's magnetized to who you're becoming. And until you get clear on the vision, the wealth will have nowhere to land. Money is not loyal to confusion. It follows purpose. It follows clarity. It follows a plan. This is why God is sharpening your vision in this season. He's removing distractions. He's detoxing your mind from fear. He's clearing out the spiritual noise so you can hear again. Because your next breakthrough requires a focused vessel. Chosen one, your vision is not too big, it's actually too small for who you're called to be. You're not just here to make ends meet. You're here to fund movements, to launch empires, to break cycles and build systems. So ask yourself, what do I want to create that would bless my family for generations? What do I want to build that would glorify God and elevate people? What legacy would I leave behind if I fully trusted my assignment? Because when you get bold enough to answer that question, heaven will begin to fund it. Provision rushes toward purpose. But not just any purpose, the kind that's been purified in prayer and awakened by obedience. And now, the third principle. 3. Flow over force. This is where it gets deep. Because most of the world is trapped in hustle, grinding, striving, forcing. But you're called to flow. You're designed to operate in a divine rhythm where your results are no longer tied to your exhaustion, but to your alignment. You don't need to force open every door. You only need to knock on the ones God assigned to your name. Let me say that again. You don't need to manipulate what's already yours. You only need to flow with the Spirit. There's a reason certain things feel draining and others feel energizing. It's not just preference, it's prophetic direction. Your spirit knows what's aligned. That's why you feel peace around certain ideas. That's why your energy shifts around specific people. That's not coincidence, it's divine intelligence. And when you honor that internal guidance, your business begins to expand without burnout. Money starts showing up through unexpected channels. Opportunities arise without you begging or proving. Clients, contracts, customers, they're drawn to the frequency of your obedience. You become a magnet, a portal, a living business card of God's goodness. So let me bless you with this. May your business be built on peace, not pressure. May your bank account grow through purpose, not panic. May your clients and customers come from alignment, not anxiety. And may your soul always know, if it costs your peace, it's not your portion. You are not here to impress. You are here to express, to release the truth, the gift, the voice, the vision that's been waiting inside you, and to allow that truth to generate wealth in its purest form. Chosen one. The anointing of prosperity is on you. You're not trying to be successful. You're becoming success itself. You're not chasing abundance. You're embodying abundance. Because when your spirit is rich, your reality has no choice but to reflect it. And I declare this now, with prophetic certainty. Every business idea you thought was too big, it will become your gateway to overflow. Every dream you shelved because of fear, it's being resurrected now. Every financial delay that tried to frustrate you is turning into accelerated favor. This is your launch season. This is your build season. This is your breakthrough in motion. And in the next, I'll be releasing a prophetic word specifically about your voice, your influence, your creative power, your spiritual authority to speak things into existence and watch them manifest. Because the next level of wealth you're stepping into will be spoken into being before it ever shows up in your hands. Don't miss what's coming. Like this live stream if something inside you just shifted. Comment "I move in divine rhythm" if you know this word was for you. Share this with the visionary in your family who's about to rise with you. Remember, when you flow, you flourish. Chosen one, your voice has power. Not just metaphorically. I mean spiritually, prophetically, creatively. Your voice is not just a sound, it's a commanding force in the unseen realm. You've been taught to stay quiet, to play small, to not stir the waters. But I'm here to tell you something the enemy hoped you'd never realize. Your words shape worlds. Your mouth is a portal. When you speak, with faith, with clarity, with conviction, heaven begins to move. This is why the enemy attacked your voice early. Why you were silenced in childhood. Why you were misunderstood in relationships. Why your ideas were rejected by those closest to you. It wasn't about you being too much. It was about your voice being too powerful. Because the moment you truly speak from your spirit, with divine authority, things shift. Atmospheres change. Blockages break. Opportunities appear. So today, I'm going to walk you into a sacred understanding. The prophetic force of your own voice. Not the voice they trained you to use. Not the one you filtered for acceptance. Not the one you shrink in fear of being judged. I'm talking about your real voice. The one that echoes with heaven's tone. The one that's pregnant with power. The one that doesn't ask for permission. It announces destiny. Listen closely, because this is the word for you. You must begin speaking like your future depends on it. Because it does. What you say now determines what you see next. Let me show you how this works. Your mouth is the steering wheel of your life. Wherever you point it, your reality follows. If you speak lack, life bends to accommodate that lack. If you speak overflow, creation begins preparing it. This isn't positive thinking, this is spiritual law. Even God created the universe through speech. He didn't build with his hands. He declared it. And you, made in his image, carry that same technology in your spirit. So chosen one, let me ask you something real. What have you been speaking over your life lately? What declarations have you made over your money? Over your mind? Over your family? Are your words shaping a world you want to live in? Or have you been unknowingly cursing the very promise you've been praying for? Hear me. This is your wake-up call. You don't need more luck. You need more language. You don't need more followers. You need more faith in your own voice. Because when you begin to prophesy on purpose, everything changes. Say this with me right now. I do not wait for blessings, I speak them into being. I command overflow, peace, protection, and divine ideas. I declare doors are opening for me even now. I release fear and pick up favor. I am a chosen vessel, and my voice is creating my victory. That right there. That wasn't just affirmation. That was activation. Because every time you declare who you are, the universe agrees. The angels respond. The vibration of your life begins to harmonize with heaven. This is how the next millionaire in your family is being formed. Not through grinding alone. Not through chance. But through strategic speech. So I bless your mouth right now. I declare your words will no longer sabotage your future, they will build it. I declare every word you speak in faith will return with proof. I declare your conversations will carry weight. That your tongue will be guided by wisdom. That your voice will be heard in rooms you've never even entered. That your words will go ahead of you, opening doors and preparing atmospheres. You are not just speaking. You are sending divine instructions into the atmosphere. And wealth is listening. Peace is listening. Opportunities are listening. Everything you need is waiting on your command. Chosen one. There is something else you must understand. Your voice is not just for survival, it is for strategic creation. God didn't give you influence just to speak about your past. He gave you influence to announce your future. There are gifts inside of you that only activate when you speak from your spirit. There are rooms you're called to lead, but they're waiting for you to own your voice. There are platforms you're destined to stand on, but they'll never hear you until you hear yourself. This is not the time to be quiet. This is the time to prophesy with fire. Even if you're in the middle of a storm, speak like it's already passed. Even if your account is low, speak like overflow is knocking. Even if nobody claps, speak anyway. Because the sound of your voice, aligned with the Spirit, is enough to shift the whole trajectory of your life. You are a spiritual architect. And your voice is the blueprint. Let the builders hear you now. Let the heavens hear you now. Let your enemies hear you now. You will not be silenced. You will not be small. You will not die with your words buried inside you. You will release them. You will rise with them. You will create the wealth, the impact, the legacy, one word at a time. So speak boldly. Declare unapologetically. And if your voice shakes, let it shake. Let it roar. Let it release every ounce of glory you've been holding back. Because what you say now, it's building the millionaire version of you. The version that blesses not just your family, but generations after you. The version that speaks contracts into existence. The version that speaks healing into bloodlines. The version that walks into rooms and shifts energy just by opening your mouth. Chosen one. You are the voice your family has been waiting for. You are the voice wealth is drawn to. You are the voice that changes everything. And in the next part, I will be revealing the mystery of divine timing, how to know when to wait, when to act, and how to synchronize your movement with heaven's master plan for your million.